Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Vector Marketing. I used to work there. I started up a like a vlog type of thing because you guys were wondering more stuff about me. But yes, I used to work for Vector Marketing. I was a kitchen cutlery sales representative selling Cutco knives. All right, well, let's get to some funky stuff though. When I was in college, they used to have these record sales because nobody would listen to this stuff anymore, so they just needed to get rid of it to make room. So they would sell this stuff for like 50 cents or $1. So I picked me up some Boots Randolph with strings, baby. The album. Can you believe this? Actual albums. Check this out. Buddy Terry Awareness. Raymond Moore's Sweet Sister Funk. This dude named Big Punisher took this song here, Don't Ask Me, and did like a remix. That song is so good. Check this out. Arthur Blythe, Illusions. David Sanborn, Change of Heart. Bird, the original motion picture. They remastered the stuff that Bird did with strings, and it is truly, absolutely fantastic. Irakere, they are a Cuban group that had Arturo Sandoval, Paquito de Rivera. My absolute favorite Paquito de Rivera album, Manhattan Burn. I love this album, man. Underneath here, I have something very special, ladies and gentlemen. Funk. This is the very first album I ever bought with my own money and my whole life. Can you guess what it is? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Fat Boys Are Back. It's still in that paper sleeve there, man. This dude in the middle, the human beatbox, this dude is absolutely fundamental pioneer of beatboxing. And with Dougie Fresh, Biz Markie D. We're going to take a closer look at what this guy is doing in terms of some funk beats. But I wanted to show you guys this, man. Okay. The funk. I'm having a really difficult time actually defining what funk is, just like everybody else on YouTube. But it is one of those, you know it when you hear it. But I do want to break this down, analyze the rhythm a little bit, give us a much better understanding of what's going on. So let's take a look at this. So as you can see here, the basic construct of a funk beat is a kick drum on beats 1 and 3 and a snare drum hit on beats 2 and 4. This is very often accompanied by an 8th note pattern on the hi-hat or a 16th note pattern on the hi-hat. Problem is, this is also the construct of a rock beat. So how do we differentiate between a rock beat and a funk beat? Probably never thought to ask yourself that question, did you? Well, there's a lot of other stuff that's going on. I don't want to spend this whole video trying to define what funk is, but I do want to spend the bulk of this video getting into some saxophone funk, which ultimately is going to come down to a certain type of simplicity. And that is a simplicity of melody. Much more emphasis on rhythm and feel and groove, and a lot less on melodic construction. Listen to everything by Maceo Parker. Listen to any band that actually has funk in their name, like Parliament Funkadelic. Definitely one of my favorites. Don't forget about Confunction. Check out some Kool and the Gang from the 1970s. Jungle Boogie, definitely. Check out, of course, the Godfather himself, James Brown. Okay, there's this thing I want you to download for free. It's going to allow you to be able to change the octaves of your saxophone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry this is a little bit blurry, but the latest update to Wondershare makes you pay for the program now. It's been free forever, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, you'll understand though. So once you download Audacity, just open the program, import the file you want to edit, hit audio, just go into whatever one you want to pick. I got this sax funk thing. It'll upload like that. Make sure you select the whole thing there, select all. And then you can go to Effect, go to Change Pitch, and then you can see you can change either the notes or this number here. Just go to where it says 2 and change the number down. That'll change it automatically by 12 semitones or down an octave. You can hit up, make it up an octave. You can put it to whatever it is that you want, or you can go to the frequency and adjust it from there. But just, you know, hit down. I'm not gonna let that whole thing play, but you get the whole point. One thing to keep in mind is when you go to export this as a WAV file. Some other programs will have difficulty reading it and you'll get a lot of distortion. So just save it to wherever you want and you are good to go. I don't have a bass saxophone because so much of this is all about the bass. What the bass is doing is having a profound effect on what kind of style we label this music as. So I'm going to take my tenor and drop it down an octave, making it a bass saxophone. I'm going to add a little bit of effects to it just to really give it that like bass sound. All right, check this out. In the video where I have my shirt off, I kick into a couple of these funky bass grooves that just sets up the groove and the feel, and then I go into it. But let's break it down. I'm going to use Audacity to drop this down an octave. So here's the first one. 2 and All right, the second one, I play this one in a few other videos, but let's try that one. 2 and 1. This next one is probably the most popular hip-hop, R&B, rap, funk, bass groove. It comes from this song called Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers. So I'm going to play it a little bit differently, so hopefully YouTube's gremlins won't snag it. But here we go. This is in concert G minor. 2 If I want to define funk in more esoteric terms, I would say that funk is the least amount of words you need to say in order to make the statement. So if classical music is, "Hello, sir, how are you today? Are you doing well this evening?" Funk is, "So." You know what I'm saying? It's the least amount of information you need in order to make the statement. So I've chosen to mainly focus on hip-hop, rap specifically, from the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s, because they were basically taking these little samples from the funkiest stuff. Like the funkiest part of the funkiest songs, they were taking that one little 1 bar, 2 bar, or maybe even 4 bar beat riffs, hooks, and just looping it, because it's a very effective device for delivering a message. You need to simplify certain things so that other things can be more important. So if I'm going to build like melodic phrases and whatnot, I don't want to diminish all of that by making it too complex. You know, so it needs to just be very rhythmically driven. All right, let's check this out. If you guys like picture word puzzles, let's try this one. Okay, this is called Ashley's Roach Clip. This is a song by a group called the Soul Searchers. In the middle of this song is probably the most popular drum break in all of funk, rap, hip-hop, soul music ever. everybody has stolen this beat. So I'm going to notate this for you guys. Let's get an idea of what this thing sounds like, so that way when you hear it, you can recognize it. Talking about that interchangeability of funk and rock, there's this group called EMF. They sampled that Ashley's Roach Clip beat, also full-on rock band. Like I mentioned earlier, Run DMC with Aerosmith. All right, let's get on. So here's the Ashley's Roach Clip beat, and then I'm gonna put the Isley Brothers bass line thing to it.